Kelly's voice trembled for the briefest second, and instantly, the energy in the studio shifted. She paused mid-sentence, swallowed, and looked off camera, as if caught by something larger than herself. Viewers at home leaned closer, sensing a subtle but profound difference. The warm studio lights, the smiling audience, and the familiar rhythm of the show felt fragile in that moment. It was quiet yet heavy, as though time had paused, and everyone, on stage and watching, felt the weight of it. For those seconds, the broadcast ceased to be performance and became a glimpse into someone's heart, unguarded and real. Beneath the smile, the evening had begun like any other, with jokes, scripted exchanges, and polite nods from guests. Kelly smiled, as she always did, but those who knew her could sense tension beneath the surface. Her hands tapped the desk too quickly. Her eyes darted to the side, and the rhythm of her speech seemed slightly off. Backstage, crew members noticed first the subtle hesitations, the faint unease, the fragility beneath the professionalism. A producer nudged a cue card twice, but her words carried a thinness that had never been visible before. Rumors about behind-the-scenes changes had circulated for weeks, but that night, the silence itself became the story, stretching longer than any planned pause. The question that landed. Then it happened. A seemingly ordinary question. Yet, it landed with unexpected weight. Kelly blinked at the card before her, though she already knew the line. Her co-host looked on, puzzled. She laughed softly, but the laugh cracked, betraying the tension she had held in check. Her voice shook imperceptibly, but enough for the studio to feel it. She searched off camera for reassurance but found none, and pressed on. Seconds stretched into minutes. Kelly opened and closed her mouth, hesitated, and then spoke again. Her words raw and uneven, about the strain of performing while feeling fragmented, about maintaining composure when parts of oneself feel distant. Her eyes glistened, but tears did not fall. Yet, the vulnerability was unmistakable. Breaking through the script. The studio froze. No music played, no one intervened. This was no longer entertainment, it was humanity laid bare. Phones buzzed backstage, social feeds lit up, and concern grew faster than words could travel. Kelly drew in a deep, steadying breath, weighing the choice between silence and continuation. Her hands stopped trembling, but her face revealed the cost of holding on so long. Everyone waited, respectfully. Sensing the significance of the moment, slowly Kelly rose from her chair, careful with each movement, and admitted she could not continue. Not tonight, not in that state. She apologized to the audience, to the crew, and to herself, gently setting the microphone down, its echo filling the silent studio. The silence that spoke Kelly looked off camera one last time, seeking a response that wasn't there, and walked away. The camera lingered on the empty chair, and seconds stretched like hours. No applause followed, no commentary bridged the quiet. The guest and co-host remained frozen, unsure how to respond. In the absence, the moment became tangible, a powerful reminder of vulnerability and authenticity. It was not constructed, nor dramatic. It was simply a person, exhausted and real, allowing the world a glimpse of something deeply human. The empty chair became a symbol, a pause that conveyed more than words or scripted gestures ever could. Beyond the broadcast. The show eventually cut, but the moment lingered. Clips circulated online, paused, replayed, and debated. Rumors swelled and viewers speculated, but no official statement came that night. The studio, crew, and audience were left with a singular impression, the echo of a profoundly human moment that could not be manufactured. Social media, typically filled with jokes and commentary, became a space of empathy, reflection, and concern. Millions of people witnessed a performer, usually unshakable, allowing herself simply to exist in truth, reminding the world that authenticity cannot be scripted. The weight of waiting. Overnight, the image of that empty chair seemed to hang in the minds of viewers everywhere. Rumors and speculation amplified the silence, and hours without explanation felt heavy. Yet the pause was not absence. It was space for reflection. It reminded everyone watching that even those who appear invincible have limits, emotions, and stories unseen by the public. It was a lesson in patience, in understanding, and in the acknowledgement that strength is not measured solely by the ability to perform, but also by the courage to honor one's humanity. The unseen story off camera, the pressures Kelly carried, were immense. The negotiation between personal feeling and professional expectation created tension no script could alleviate. The audience witnessed the tip of an iceberg. The bravery in admitting vulnerability, the quiet assertion of refusing to perform at the expense of oneself. It was a story of balance, courage, and the need to remain authentic, even under intense scrutiny. It reminded viewers that life continues beyond cameras, and that the moments which matter most are often unplanned, unscripted, and undeniably real. A moment of reflection. The resonance of this moment came not from drama, but from honesty. Kelly's choice to step back and acknowledge her limits became a lesson in self-respect and the power of vulnerability. It demonstrated that showing humanity is not weakness, that pausing, breathing, and prioritizing personal well-being is an act of courage in itself. The audience, whether in the studio or at home, felt it because it was genuine, unrehearsed, unedited, and profoundly affecting. After the silence. In the days that followed, reflection replaced speculation. Fans shared messages of support, praising the courage it took to honor personal limits publicly. Colleagues offered empathy and understanding, recognizing the strength required to step back without apology. Kelly herself approached her work with renewed purpose, choosing carefully when and how to engage while prioritizing her truth. The empty chair transformed into a symbol, not of absence, but of possibility, a reminder that honesty, self-compassion, and intention are as vital as any performance. Lessons in humanity. What unfolded that night was a rare intersection of public and private life, a merging of performance and real emotion. Kelly's decision was an invitation to pause, to reflect, and to acknowledge the unseen struggles everyone carries. It highlighted the significance of compassion, authenticity, and the human need to balance duty with well-being. The power of honesty, even when uncomfortable, reverberates further than applause ever could, leaving a lasting impression on viewers and colleagues alike. Moving forward. Ultimately, the story is one of resilience and hope. Kelly stepped away with integrity, leaving space for reflection and empathy. When she returned, she carried with her lessons about the cost of pressure, the value of authenticity, and the importance of honoring personal boundaries. Her actions highlighted that true strength is not always in pushing forward relentlessly. It can mean pausing, breathing, and caring for oneself. Millions of viewers witnessed a quiet history of courage, a moment in which self-respect and honesty became the measure of bravery. Living through the moment. Kelly's experience serves as a reminder that life's most impactful moments are not always dramatic or loud. They are human, imperfect, and vulnerable. The broadcast showed that resilience is measured not just by endurance, but by authenticity, self-awareness, and the willingness to step back when needed. By prioritizing her own well-being, Kelly offered viewers a profound example of integrity, inspiring reflection, empathy, and the courage to acknowledge one's own limits while continuing to move forward. truth in pause. The empty chair, the lingering silence, and the quiet retreat from the stage became more than a broadcast incident. It became a lesson in presence and truth. Kelly's pause allowed the audience to witness a life lived openly, a heart exposed, and a person choosing honesty over expectation. It reminded viewers that even in highly public, high-pressure circumstances, the act of stepping back to honor oneself is not just permissible, but necessary. The reverberations of that night went beyond entertainment, leaving an indelible impression about human dignity, empathy, and courage. A lasting impression. In the days, weeks, and months that followed, the moment remained vivid for viewers. Conversations shifted from speculation to reflection. An appreciation for emotional authenticity grew. Kelly's choice underscored the importance of mindfulness, self-care, and integrity, offering a model for navigating life with both courage and compassion. That quiet night became a testament to the enduring power of vulnerability, reminding audiences that authenticity resonates far deeper than any scripted performance ever could.